Welcome to Java Forum. Now I am going to show you how to install SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition on Windows 10 operating system. Before proceeding to install, let me show my hardware and software specification. So this is my device specification and Windows specification. So I'm upgraded to latest Windows. Okay, I am mounting the SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition DVD ISO file, which I have already downloaded. So I'm running the setup file. So SQL Server installation center started. So click the installation link. So here you can see new SQL Server standalone installation or add features to its installation. Specify a free edition, let it be a developer edition. So developer edition is a fully featured free edition which has enterprise functionalities. So accept the license agreement. So I am not going to update as of now. So I am skipping the update. Click the next button. Okay. So here these are the install rules. All install rules are passed except Windows Firewall. So Windows Firewall no need to afraid if you install in local machine. So click the next button and here you can see that I am not having Azure extension. So I am disabling the Azure extension. So feature selection, I am selecting all the features. So I'm going to install all the feature of SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition. That's it. So make sure that you have enough space in your hard drive. So click next button. So here very important point. Uh, I am keeping default instance name MS SQL Server itself. So I am not going to change the instance name. If you want to change the instance name, you can change the instance name. So I am keeping as it is. MS SQL Server is my instance name. So polybase port range will be remain as it is, and these are the SQL services going to be installed. Server agent, database engine, analysis services, integration services, polybase engine, launchpad, filter daemon launcher, and collation. I am keeping the default one, so I'm not changing the collation. Click the next button. So database engine configuration. First tab you can see server configuration. I'm providing the password for the user SA. SA means system administrator. So name of the user is SA. I'm providing the password for the user SA. So SA is the DBA user. So here it's asking for a missing system administrator account. To continue, provide at least one Windows account to provision on as a SQL Server system administrator. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to click the add current user button. So it will add the current Windows user. Please wait for some time. Yes, so current Windows administrator user is added. Okay. So next data directory. So these are the data directories where all the database tables, everything will be stored here. So you can change the directory if you need it. So this is a tempdb settings. So I am not going to touch any tempdb settings. So we are doing only basic install only. Maximum degree of parallelism. So this also I am keeping default values. Memory, this also I am keeping default values. So I am not going to touch anything. File stream, I am going to enable the file stream. So in the comments I am giving what is a file stream. Okay. Next, let it be in tabular mode. Analysis service configuration. Let it be in tabular mode. Data directory is remain as same. For analysis service configuration also, it's asking for a current user, that is system administrator to be added. So I'm adding the current user as a system administrator. Click the next button. Integration services. So integration services, uh, let it be same port number. So self-signed SSL certificate will be created. Create a new SSL certificate. Yes, we need SSL certificate. So let it be a default values. Please note down these values. Integration services scale out configuration worker node. So I am keeping the default values. Okay, now SQL Server 2020 Developer Edition is ready to install. So we are doing only basic installation only. So these are the summary that what we are going to install. So I have started the installation. Yes, so SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition installation is completed. So these are the features installed. So lots of feature than SQL Server Express. So this is a installation summary logged into the installation log files. You can check the log files. So installation part is done. So I am closing the SQL Server Installation Center. So now I am going to Windows Start menu. You can see a lot of SQL Server 2022 components got installed. So now I am going to start SQL Server 2022 Configuration Manager. SQL Server Configuration Manager. So here you can see these are the SQL services started by default. So some services will be should be started manually. If you want, you can start, but mandatory services are started by default. Next, very important thing, SQL Server network configuration protocols for MS SQL Server. So I am enabling named pipes and TCP/IP protocol, because if you connect SQL Server instance outside this box means you need to enable this named pipes and TCP/IP protocols in order to connect the SQL Server instance via LAN or WAN. Okay. So suppose if you are using a virtual machine means I'm going to connect from host machine means you need to enable this named IP, sorry, enable this named pipes or TCP IP protocol. Okay, that's all about SQL Server configuration. Now I am going to install SQL Server Management Studio 19. So this is a separate download. So I have provided the download link on the description of this video. So this SQL Server Management Studio 19 will install Azure Data Studio also. Yes, so installation is completed. Okay, now you can see in start menu Azure Data Studio, SQL Server Profiler, and SQL Server Management Studio also. So three components are got installed newly. Okay, now let me start the SQL Server Management Studio 19. Okay, so here very important thing. I have chosen the default instance name of SQL Server. So I am just giving the server name. That's it. So I am just giving the server name because I have chosen the default SQL Server name, MS SQL Server. So just giving the server name and login as a system administrator. So if you give some other instance name means you need to specify the instance name. Okay. Now SQL Server instance is got connected. So these are the objects available in SQL Server Developer Edition. So lot of things are there. So we will be seeing one by one later. Okay. So now what I'm going to do next step is I'm going to create one database in SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition. Same like previous thing. Okay, new database. So I'm using some database name. So let it be people database. So these are the database files and settings. So click the OK button. So people databases got created. So these are the objects, database objects available for people database. Now I'm going to create one table. So I am giving some column name. Save the table. So I'm giving some the table name. So new table is got created. So let me insert some record. So right click the table. So I'm going to insert some record here. Follow the SQL syntax correctly. Then only your record will be got inserted. Okay, uh, record has got inserted. That's it. So I can able to create table, insert some record, and select the table. Okay, now I am going to connect SQL Server instance via SQL CMD. So here I am just typing SQL CMD. That's it. You can see that SQL Server instance is got connected. So first step is I am going to get the list of databases available in this instance. So this is the query. Select name from sys.databases. Go. That's it. It will give you the list of database. So you can see the people database is there. So I am going to use the people database. So use people. Go. That's it. Next I am going to get the list of table names inside the people database. So this is the query. Select star from information underscore schema dot tables. You can see that details sorry person table is there. Sorry, person table is there. So I am going to select record from person table. That's it. So let me insert one record there. Yes, so I can able to insert record. Next I am selecting the table. Yes, that's it. So this is the way you need to use SQL CMD to connect SQL Server instance. Make sure that you have provided the correct syntax to connect the SQL Server via SQL CMD. So I have given some syntaxes in the comments of this video. Okay, now next what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect via Azure Data Studio. Let me start the Azure Data Studio. So I'm going to create a new connection. So in right side you can see connection settings. So I'm giving a name of the server. So server name alone enough because I have given the default instance name. So SQL login, system administrator username and password. SA will be the username. Password whatever I give during the installation of the SQL Server instance. So database you can see it's getting loaded. So I'm selecting the people database. Encrypt true. Trust server certificate true. True. Select true. Yes. Now you connect it. That's it. Yes. So I can able to connect to the SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition database via Azure Data Studio. So you can do anything now. Let me edit the data. So I'm going to insert one record here. Save it. Now I'm going to select the table records. Okay, some problem in edit data. Once again, okay, so new record is not inserted. Once again, let me edit the data. Okay, keep the cursor in next row. Okay, keep the cursor in next row. Now you save it. Yes. Now you select. Yes, correct. Okay, so everything is fine now. SQL Server Developer, SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition installation is successful on Windows 10 operating system. So make sure that your Fire block does not block anything, and make sure you are enable the named pipes and TCP/IP protocols if you want to connect the SQL Server out of the box. So that's all about this installation. We will continue with the next video.